Evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Hope everyone's a good one. Hope the weather's been better than it's been here. It's been raining quite a bit during the day, and it chucked it down probably about lunchtime. So it's just like, that wasn't ideal, to be honest. But it's felt like a long day today. Youngest Jameson's birthday tomorrow, so that's going to be good. We've been out and about picking up all his presents and stuff up today. And he and his brother have been wild, to be honest. They've been absolutely wild today. So it's very much been dealing with them two, trying to keep them at bay. But yeah, that's been tough. I felt a bit tired during the day, which is a bit as it is. End of half term, but hopefully we'll get perked up a little bit. We'll be fine. We'll get ourselves into this. We'll get some good stuff going on. Yesterday was great. Fantastic stream last night. Really enjoyed that. Thank you, of course, to everyone who was there. And the championship, we've started with a win. We've already started with a win. Up yours, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Sunderland 4, Wrexham 2. And yeah, this will be us just when the game finally pulls itself round. There we go. This is us then. 4-2 win against Wrexham. Let's just push on, shall we? We've not really got much else we need to worry about now. We played pretty goodly, to be honest. Played pretty goodly. Goodly's not even a word, TJ. Why would you say goodly? Let's show you some goals. We did go 1-0 down because, of course, that makes sense, doesn't it? Can we chase this back? I don't know if there's been an update today or not, but hang on, let's go with goals. Right, jump straight in. Evening, Tommy. RDF Tactic, you retweeted, is an absolute belter. I mean, look, he's called RDF Tactics, isn't he? He's not called RDF Jokes, so the man knows what he's doing. Also, by the way, I'm called TJ Jokes, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I wouldn't necessarily be looking at my jokes to get anything there. But this is us going 1-0 down. Nathan Broadhead scoring, obviously formerly on loan at Sunderland. On loan at Sunderland, I think it was maybe, actually, was he not permanent? Possibly, might have been, maybe. So yeah, he gave Wrexham the lead after 8 minutes. That was a bit of a shame, to be honest. We were just like, that's not really what's meant to happen there. But then, tackles. Remember, tackles are back in the game now. So that was good. Helland out to Alderete. Try Hume. Flicked on by Wilson. Riggy, what a ball this is to Isidore, who then goes charging through and slots home. That's a great equaliser. Properly good equaliser. Zeep says goodly is a perfectly cromulent word. I think so as well, Zeep. Let's get goodly in the dictionary, shall we? Then Ruben Neves, that's right, Ruben Neves floated the corner in, comes back out to Neves, there's to Wilson. James Wilson, has a bit of a pop from the edge of the area. What a goal in his debut from the young Scottish midfielder. That's an absolute banger. So well happy with that. That puts us 2-1 up. Then there is an issue here where Wrexham are on the ball. Big ball through, but Roofs gets it. That's right, Broadhead was on loan to us. That's right, yeah. Was it the same as when we had Ellis Sims? We sort of like did the rotation with them two, didn't we? Watson into Riggy. Riggy then played a great ball down the line for Adingra. Gets to the byline. Pulls it back. Great cross. Wilson here picks it up. Inside to Rig. Who goes through. Pulls it back. And then Dave Watson scores on his debut as well. Very, very happy with that. Made it 3-1. The Gudger's in. Gudger, 54 months. Thank you, Gudger. Very, very kind indeed. How are you, buddy? Hope you're well. And then this was 3-2 to Wrexham. It was just like, oh, okay, yeah, they are going to score. Fine. Sam Smith's wins at 3-2. And then, right at the death, we went and got ourselves a fourth just to really cement that we were going to win this game. Well, say that at 67 minutes. Adingra picks it up, goes past his marker. Twice. Inside. Cleared away, but Neves, Riggy gets in a tackle. Adingra. Here we are, a little bit of movement. Toure, by the way, who's 6'8" at the back. Helland, 6'5". Adingra gets the ball, goes inside. Isadore taps it home. 4-2. That's us. So that's 3 points already in the bag. We have bought new players. Players have left. Xhaka's left, unfortunately. Sadiqi's left, unfortunately. Reinildo has left. We've brought in Ruben Neves on a free transfer. We've brought in this guy, Ivan Helland, for £6 million. Norwegian monster. 6'5", determination 17, tackling 16, strength 16, work rate 15, positioning 15, heading 15, anticipation 15. He's going to be good. He was wanted by Inter Milan. He can play right back, he can play centre back, so he's quite versatile. Prazino, hi from Greece. Has the game been fixed somehow after the updates? Somehow it's been fixed. Yeah, a little bit. It's still got a bit of work to be done, Prazino, because it is still in beta, but it's slowly getting there. It's slowly getting there. You refuse to bring Neves in. Wanted too much money. I've got him for 60 grand. Gudger. 60 grand in the championship. I mean, that's good money where I'm from. Yeah. So he came in to replace Xhaka. He's a perfectionist as well, so that should help us with some of the younger players we've got. Like, for example, James Wilson, who came from Hearts, I believe. Hearts, that's right, £11 million worth of Scottish midfielder. 200 grand for West Ham. Oh, well, there you go. It's the West Ham way, innit? Overpay. That's the West Ham way, Gudger. So we've got him in there. He looks pretty handy, to be honest, James Wilson. And then we also got a free transfer, which is Dave Watson from Kilmarnock. And again, he looks pretty handy also. So 16 for determination, bravery, 17 for work rate, 18 for long throws. Now, we know that everyone's doing long throws in real football now, so we'll get him in as well. We maybe could still do with a centre-half, possibly. We could maybe do with another full-back. In fact, centre-half is this boy here, Isaac Toure, 6'8", jumping reach 20, aggression 16, strength 17, balance 16, heading only 15. He can get up in the air. He's not that good at heading it once he's there, but I mean, he's 6'8". If he jumps, it's going to hit him in the midsection, I reckon. Evening, Salty B. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. A pleasure to see you. So Isaac Toure came in as well. We still could do with a fullback, really. Some sort of cover for fullbacks. We only really got Mukiele and Hume. We have got that Georgian defender that everyone seems to be talking about coming in January. So we could do with a left back until then, maybe, because let's face it, Trey Hume's going to get himself sent off a couple of times. So we could do with getting a left back in, and then yeah, maybe someone who could play on both sides would be quite handy. but like either side of fullback would be nice. And I think maybe that's us, possibly. We did look at an American fullback, but I don't know where he is now. Don't know if he's going to come in. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, how's everyone's weekends been? How's everyone's day been so far today? Tuesday could be done. Well, I mean, don't expect it being completely finished on Tuesday, Prozino, because this is, of course, the beta period. There will still be bugs on launch, because there's bugs on launch for every piece of game or software or what have you. So don't expect it to be completely done on Tuesday. It should be in a better state than it is right now. That's what we need to think about. Yeah, it should be in a better state. But there have been stuff but they've been fixing stuff as they've been going along, though. So that's what you got to think about. You know what I mean? Like, there's been some pretty swift updates gone in, and some big updates as well. There's been things which, I mean, they're not going to say, but there's definitely been tweaks to the match engine, because, you know, I've seen tackles. You know, they certainly didn't have tackles last season. So that wasn't in, but they've now put them in, so that's good. Liverpool 2-0. Are they winning? Are they? Ugh. Well, you know, fine. Can't rely on Villa for anything, can you? That's no good. My day's been pretty good. My day's been pretty good the other day, other than the series of events. One series of events, Zeepling shat so much he needed a bath, then peed on me while carrying him to the bath. Oh, yeah, those were the days. Those are the days. Bless you, Zeep. It happens, doesn't it? It happens. Dan's had a game of darts. The guy played cheated on the second leg, but ended up beating him outright. Well, there you go. Cheats never prosper, Dan. That's it, isn't it? Matt says, I've currently got a loaned out player on international duty getting injured. It says I have an action, but there's nothing on the portal news to suggest any advice, or is it a reload? I think in the beta it's a reload. Like, if you can't get past, you might as well do it. Or holiday day, see if that works. Sometimes that helps, doesn't it? Just holidaying on one day. And it sort of pulls you into the next sort of the next bit for consideration. What's going on there? Oh, bit of a light moment there. Sorry about that, everyone. Villa losing, Birmingham winning. There we go. Lee Harris having a great time in Birmingham. I presume in Birmingham, or having a wonderful, wonderful time. Yeah, Sunderland have got to wait until Monday to win now. So, but this is what happens when you're in a title race, isn't it? All your games get moved for TV. So, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We've got a set piece coach come in. That's interesting. That is interesting, actually. So the plan with this, of course, as we said, was to try and keep going with Sunderland certainly for this season. Maybe we take it offline, because we want to kind of get to about 5 seasons probably in total for this story. But there's also the prospect of of going and starting a save with Darlington. So that is a possibility. So we'll keep discussing that tonight as to whether that's a thing. Even in the Arsenal, welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. Jordan Teze. I mean, he looks pretty handy, doesn't he? Sunderland, the only hope for Arsenal not to win the title. I want you to win over them. Arsenal fans are the most annoying fans online. I mean, Ms. Life, you've obviously never met Liverpool fans, or Man U fans, or Chelsea fans, or all football fans, to be honest. There's all football fans are dreadful, really, in the grand scheme of things. Sorry, end of the chat. Hey, no, I didn't start it. I didn't start at the Arsenal. I just kept going. You know what I'm like. Holidaying appeared to work. There we go. Like, someone suggested that a while, but that's not me knowing how that works. But someone suggested that to me a while ago for something, and I'd never considered it. I'd never ever considered it, but sometimes it seems to work. So yeah, definitely worth having a look at. Sometimes if you do get stuck and you can't do anything, just see if you can holiday forward a day, and then the game just kind of goes, oh, all right, yeah, we're back. Did I fancy York City? I did, good, Joe. I did, but the thing with York City is there's a bit too much pressure at York City because they would be expected to either win the league or challenge for the league. So my thinking was try and ease expectations on myself and go down a little bit further to Darlington, who would probably just be happy to pretty much see the season out, really. That's what I presumed would be their expectations. So whether that's rightly or wrongly, that's what I think is probably the better way of doing it, because I didn't want to end up getting sacked with York City. Do you know what I mean? That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Yeah. TIL, if you win the goal of the season, don't click replay. My game completely back screened. I couldn't even get Alt 4. Oh no. Really? Just needs to be like some stuff in the game that works, doesn't it? Fancy a trip to Sunderland? Bring a bat. Yeah, bring a bat. If you're a southern softie needing a bat. Yeah. We don't need bats. We don't need bats or coats. Yeah. Ooh, Arsenal are coming. Will anything be fixed in the game? Yeah, there will be. There will be, Mr. Life. Some stuff will be fixed. I don't know what. There's already been some stuff fixed in the beta anyway, to be honest. They have done improvements. And like, it is slowly taking shape. It's still not going to be perfect come release date. And I think people obviously are aware of that now. Oh, that's going after 25 seconds. The baseball bat or a vampire? Either Arsenal. If you'd come yesterday, Halloween, that would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Oh, that is onside as well. Losing the energy drink cup. I am, but yeah, I can see. I can see. It's fine though, isn't it? It's not a real tournament. It's not a real competition. Imagine being the sort of pathetic low lives that would enjoy winning that. God. Ugh. The Milk Cup, yeah. The Rumbelows Cup. Oh, you don't take sushi to Sunderland. Sunderland, like, sushi's a non-league delicacy. Am I doing the journeyman first? Asks Moigs. I don't know, Moigs. I thought I might not do the journeyman straight away. My initial plan was to do it. That was my thought, and get straight in. But then, having seen the state of the game and where we're at, and not knowing what the game looks like long term, I am considering going and doing like a sort of, without the title, non-league to legend sort of thing. I'll consider doing that maybe until about February, and then do the journeyman once the January updates come in, and that gives it time for everything to balance out. Because I would hate to get to the point, and I'd hate to get to the point where I'm like 10 seasons in and just something game breaking happens. That would be super annoying, and like just hating moving around different nations and stuff, and like just finding something that I didn't really enjoy, like, because we don't know what different league packs work and stuff. Oh, Wilson should have scored that. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. Are we coming down for Jim's comeback show? Potentially. We'll have to see what the dates look like. It'll be nice to see him, actually, to be honest, and see how he gets on. Could I sim offline? I could do, I suppose, technically. Luke 09. Oh, he's cut the ball back. Luke 09. Back for Chris Rigg. Deflected in. Yeah, but I did quite like that. I sort of got into the idea of this Darlington save, actually, because I was expecting to be sacked from Sunderland. I thought, well, we'd have to start a new save straight away. So I was like, well, I guess we're doing that. And then we asked last night, what do people want to see? Like, obviously we're streaming it. Do you want to see Sunderland? Do you want to see Darlow? Twitch wanted to see Darlington and YouTube wanted to see Sunderland. So I was like, right, okay, between you, you're going to have to put your heads together and work out what we're going to do. Because I can only really do one at once. Yeah. Barton, football's gone, went non-league today, had jacket potato, chill and chili. What's that all about? Mad, innit? Salt and pepper chips in non-league football grounds makes no sense. Nick says that goal right there is the exact reason my attacking centre midfielder is getting more goals than my strikers. As Wilson is a door. Oh, should have scored. Yeah, I think Riggy ended up in a decent bit of space there. So we're starting to come back into the game now. Where's the Bovril non-league and chip butty? Yeah, well, not even the chip butty, just like a packet of crisps. The beef hula hoops. Who's not playing well? Wilson's not playing well. Isidore's playing fine, but he is tired. Shout out to YouTube, by the way. Hope you're all well over there. If you are new, then feel free to hit a follow on the stream. Give it a like as well if you can. That'd be much appreciated. Riggy, great ball through. Wilson, heads up, son. There's Riggy again. Oh, Nick Drizzy's on the follow. Thank you, Nick. Isidore. To Michele. Riggy. Michele. Ruben Neves. Riggy thinks about it. Just keeps possession. That's smarter football from Sunderland, isn't it? Michele. Isidore. Wilson. Rig. Michele. Oh, there's the ball through. Oh, what a goal that is. TJ ball in full flight, everyone. That was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful football, wasn't it? Mukiele, look at that little touch from Luke 09. Inside. Isidore tucks it in. From 2-0 down. Back to 2-2. Proper Mackham ball. Here we go. Sukram, I love your content. So light-hearted, love and life. Thank you very much, Sukram. Appreciate you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for coming in. Stones on the follow. Appreciate that. Means a life. Lucky you're interested enough to enjoy the streams. Thank you. Thank you for that. There's a door. It's cleared away. Oh, that's a red card. Gotta be, surely. Ooh, I think we got away with one there. Although having said that, Asnu with a free kick. We were under pressure there. Sukram is my name backwards. It's Marcus. Nice, Marcus. Well played. Loving that. There's that reminds me, we had someone in our stream years ago who was called Danny Emu, and his username was his own name backwards as well. So he became Danny Emu forever. Speaking of Darlington, they lost 3-1 away to Merthyr Town today. I live 10 minutes from Merthyr. I mean, that's yeah, that's a poor showing from them, isn't it? The joys of lower league football loaned an excellent 19-year-old goalkeeper in. Now he's been called up to the Colombian under-23s. Jesus. That's not a thing you usually see, is it? Is it, Salty? Let's give Riggy a little rest, I think. And maybe let's get Alderete off. Let's put Toure on. All 6'8" of them. Evening, Kelsmo. Welcome in. All right, free kick. Come on, onto Toure's head. Neves. Luke 09. Adingra. 3-2. There we go. What do we think? MacBook is good for FM. I don't know. I've no idea. Kishmo. how new is your MacBook? If your MacBook's from 2003, probably not. I don't know. I play on a full gaming PC, so no idea. Not as well worked, but it still counts. Yeah, exactly, yeah. They all count, don't they? They all count. Oh, that Isidore winning the ball back. Luke O'Nine. Watson. Mayenda has a go. Stoke all cocky, didn't they? 2-0 up. And we were like, okay, it's fine. Calaspira, Mean Wolf, how are you? I'll be honest, I wasn't particularly happy at 2-0 down, but we haven't had to change anything. We've just kept things going, kept the belief going. Here's Isidore. Look at that ball from Roofs. Isidore on the chase. Isidore. He should have had his hat trick. Oh, off the underside of the bar. That would have been class. We have kept a lot of the players. Yeah, a lot of the players have stayed with us alive. 1 or 2 have gone. Big ones like Xhaka went, obviously. Siddiqui went. They were problem players to lose, but yeah, we have managed to keep pretty much everyone else. So that should stand us in good stead, to be honest. Oh, Toure gets up. Gets the hell on it. I feel bad considering bringing Isidore off when he scored twice, but I do need to rest him. Oh, Toure wins the header comfortably. Luke O'Nine. Isidore, go on, get your hat-trick, we can bring you off. Luke O'Nine over the top. Here when PC players moan about the beta, when you can clearly see they're doing everything they can to get it right. Us console players would love this game. Marcus. There is a lot of people complaining. I'm not saying I agree with any of it, but there is a lot of people complaining, and you're right. You know, as console players, you've not had any chance to work on a beta version or see what's happened. It's all a bit silly. Some of the comments. I think we've tried to be incredibly balanced on the podcast. Most people seem to pick up that we're being balanced. Not everybody, obviously. We're still being called shills by quite a lot of people. So, Chow Kirsten's in. Mukiele has a go. Bit of an interesting strike. Did we sell Brobby? Asks Mean Wolf. No, we didn't. No, Brobby stays. Jonas Wind stays. I think Habib Diarra's still here for now, but I think he might end up going. Luke O'Nine. Dan Neal's still here. Mukiele. In fact, we've still got Mukiele. It's amazing, isn't it? Ponk's still here, Mrs. J. Yes, Lama, how are we? Welcome, Mukiele. Oh, look at that. Oh, how are we? How are we, Lama? I've heard a rumour, Lama, that Birmingham City have won another football match. Is this correct? Is this correct? If it is, what an achievement. What a world we live in. Sunderland and Birmingham City flying high. Isidore down the wing. He's inside. Mukiele. There's Isidore. There's the hat trick. It's disallowed though, apparently. Oh. I mean, Isidore's been incredible in this match, to be honest. He should be on 4 goals now, never mind 2. Oh, he's only got 1. The first one was given as a deflection. We could have brought him off then, actually. Damn it. God's sake, TJ, pay attention. How's Paddy Roberts doing? Paddy Roberts would probably have been fantastic, I'm guessing, Bradley. Just purely because he's Paddy Roberts. Yeah, so a win in the greatest cup competition of all time. Clearly a competition much more worthy than the Champions League or World Cup. You guys on the podcast are 95% right and really constructive with criticism. Say that. FM console popped up a post and even the squad screams the console looks awful. Just hope it's a really early build. Well, do you know what? If you believe the PC viewers, Marcus, and obviously I'm aware that you shouldn't and probably don't, apparently it's been built on console first and then put on PC, and I don't think that's the case. I don't. I'm going to go out on a limb and go, I think the PC version was built on a PC, and I think that the console version was built on a console, and I think they're separate games. But that's some. Do you know what? Some people would say that's just crazy talk. You know, you're like, come on, TJ, stop spouting nonsense. Francolino still injured. We've got ourselves a crocked striker here. Roofs is injured as well, so Pato's gonna have to play. If the PC version is a console port, I'd be very surprised. Okay, well, we can all say, Slippy, it's not. It's definitely not a console port, is it? All right, cool. Pato's gonna stay and help us win promotion. I think you're spot on. PC gatekeepers come at me. Honestly, like, I think it's just there's just a lot of unnecessary heat being blown around the FM community at the minute, and I think some people just need to just chill out a little bit and just have a cup of tea. Do you know what I mean? Just sit down, have a cup of tea, and be like, I don't really think it's not really worth arguing about, is it? It'll be fine. Away we go. Didn't Miles literally say as well they were developers for the console game and it's totally different? I mean, they would. Like, he did say that, but come on, Bradley. No one's going to listen to facts, surely. Facts are just going to get in the way of emotive opinions. Yeah? Is it Tuesday evening for the game, asked Zarman. So that's an interesting question, Zarman. So my understanding, and again, let's debate this together. My understanding is that the game comes out like at midnight, essentially. So because the game automatically updates to be the full version. Like, you don't have to then start downloading something new and like. So I get the impression that you could be playing the beta at midnight on Monday night, and then at 1 minute past midnight it updates to the full version. So that's how I believe it to be. But you know, as Lama says, you know, shillers be shilling. So that's the way we do it. Dan, that's my understanding as well. Pride of Rangers, how are we? All good, thank you. Mace, I've not watched for a few days, but how is TJ still manager and not sacked yet? Do you know what, Mace? No idea. Genuinely no idea how I still have a job. We all thought that I was gone. We all thought I was a goner. I should have been. I was dead man walking. 22 games without a win. And still here, and yet here I am, still. It's the fact we won 3 on the bounce before, like when we had 6 games left to play, and it was like, oh, hang on, we might do this, but then, yeah, we didn't. Sadly, I'm just a massive sellout. I really am. Still got 9 at the club. Damn right I have, Jocks. He thought he'd leave. He tried, but. We locked the doors. He's not going anywhere. Jay DeWoo, welcome in. Jay DeWodo. Appreciate the follow. They're a forgiving bunch, Sunderland. I think they're a forgetful bunch. I've got a feeling that KDL... KLD, sorry, I think he just went on holiday and forgot to sack me. Okay, so this is 2 matches in a row. We've started slowly. Shillers Be Shilling would have been a great Coolio album. It would have been, wouldn't it? We've been robbed of that, Llama. We know who's done that. Oh, that's a great goal. Have we tried the mods? No, I've not, Marcus. I'm going to be honest with you. This is probably going to upset loads of people. I really couldn't care less for the mods. Like, I've looked at them and I've just sort of thought, I just don't. Again, maybe it's because of all of the noise that's been going around Football Manager recently. I've just looked and I just went, I just don't care enough at the minute for like the new stuff. Like, oh, here's like referee cam. I'm like, why? Like manager cam. Like, okay, in a sense, manager cam, fine. But who's gonna use it? Who's gonna use it? You know, and also as well, you've got the legal ramifications of using it as well. Hasn't, in fact, actually, here's a question. Hasn't one of the updates sort of like stopped it working? I think. Modding the beta seems to be odd. This is my thinking, Llama. Like, it's like when the who was it? Was it the Chinese guys or the Korean guys that did the alternate match engine for 24? I was like, they're like, oh yeah, this is more accurate. It's like, but why? Like, why have you bothered? I think that's my point. Is like, why have people bothered? Oof. Jameson adds around the pitch. Coincidence? Well, jocks. This is the thing. All these people who haven't played the game for 20 years shouldn't be able to review it. Do you know what? That's what some people think, Daddio. And I know that you're... I know you've said that tongue-in-cheek, but some people do believe that. I've played the game for 20 years, therefore I know more than everybody. You couldn't possibly understand Football Manager. You've only just turned up now. Commentary on the game is funny. Well, you know, this is just how I have to be, Marcus. I've just got to try and keep myself sane somehow. Those Moneyball freaks will 100% use player cam. I don't even think that. No, I think they'll use like volumetric player data instead. They'll not even bother with the cameras. They'll have developed heat maps that are on their own, or motion capture suits. That's a good goal, actually. Short side press photographer cam. Yeah, I want steward cam, but it faces into the stands because you're not actually allowed to watch the football. That's what I want. Combine with 14 different spreadsheets. Yeah, exactly. And I would more than happily hide attributes, Dizzy. I would happily hide that. Pride of Rangers on the follow. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. You know, to be fair, I'm not like, you know, if people want to mod it, that's fine, go for it. But I do just find the whole process a bit weird. Evening, Mad Scientist. How are we, buddy? Welcome. And we kicked off the season in the Championship. We have. We beat Wrexham 4-2. And then we have just beaten Stoke in the pathetic Energy Drink Cup. And now we are... Well, unfortunately, we seem to be 2-0 down against Millwall, and that's not what we want, is it? That's not what we're going for at all, is it? Beta Twigs in on the raid. Thank you very much, pal. Hope you're well. Welcome. Been a long time no see, mate. Hope that's treating you good. Do you know what? Ruben Neves isn't having a great time. Let's move him off. Let's put Dan Neil back there. Actually, maybe put Luke O'Neill back there. There we go. Okay. So, a couple of changes that should hopefully have worked. They have worked this time. Good. Miss Francolino, is he back soon? He should be. Jocks. I think it's a couple of weeks and he'll be back in. People just mod for modding's sake. Not added any tangible assets. There's not, but, you know, this is what people do, isn't it? We've got the Ponk statue built. Not yet. They are working on it. We brought someone in from the Cape Verde to do it as well. Oh, giving the ball away. This is a poor performance, by the way, here. Evening Graham, welcome in from Jamaica. Oh, Doherty makes it 3. We're being absolutely hammered here. Have we noticed any different in the match sounds? They are slightly different. The ball sounds like you're bouncing a basketball in an empty sports hall. The thud of crossbars is louder than artillery. But it's better than it was last year. Yeah? Do we decide what save we're doing on Tuesday? Not yet, Llama. I still need a bit of help with this one, to be honest. I still need some help. I think so me and Mr. J were talking about this today, and we think if there's no jeopardy in the championship, so say for example we are still like say for example, I brought Luke O'Neill off. Say for example we are like 12th or something in the championship, then there's no real need for us to be looking to do anything, is there? Like with Sunderland, we might as well move off and change something up. But if there's a possibility of us getting promoted, we stay there. I don't know. I'm happy to work to go along with whatever else seems to work, to be honest. Who fancies what? You know, I'm an all-star player. Probably try 2D with 3D replays. Smart. Not a bad shout. How am I finding management this year? Beta Twig, I have been through the mill and then some, to be honest. I have had 22 matches in the Premier League without a victory. We've been relegated. We've still gone into the Championship. We've won our first game. We're now losing our second game. So we are adapting slowly but surely. Mukiele wants to come off, and I need to try and find another way of bringing it off. And that's a great ball at the top. This is going to be 4. Oh, we've been absolutely done by Millwall. I think you're allowed to boo at this point. I think everyone's allowed to boo. That's shocking. Relegate without being sacked. That's right. Fullbacks always seem to lose markers. They do, Grim. Yeah. But ironically, they've been worked on, so they're slightly better now. They were awful about a week ago, whereas now they're a little bit better. Half of the mods will be fixed by launch. The colour changing attribute, the 1.5 speed. Modding can be fantastic things for a game, just not yet. It can be, but I think at the minute people would probably rather just have skins than mods. The 1.5 match speed thing, I don't know if that's going to be a thing that SI are going to implement. From what I understand, it was that or take something else out. So that's why there's a 1.25 and a 1.75. I don't get why they missed out 1.5, but that's where they are. This is a shocking day at the office, by the way. 4-0 down. It's a bit too passive. After 32 years, it's been worse. Yeah, agreed, Twig. Yeah, it is very passive. It has definitely been worse. It's not the end of the world, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to be this bad on Tuesday, and if it is, then what do they say? We move, like we just deal with it. We get on. It's fine. Just go with it. Sometimes I wonder if tactics even work. Aaron can probably tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't know. I hate how it goes at loading right after games, just like that did. I think that I lack a bit of news going on in the background when you're when the game's loading up. I'd like some stuff from around the world. Would be nice, but apparently I don't need to know that. That's a shame. I can imagine 1.5 being a patch on Tuesday. I genuinely don't, George. I don't think they'll do it. I don't think it's that high on the priorities list, from what I understand. I could be completely wrong though, by the way, and feel free to add surprised face. But I don't know if they'd bother with that. I could be wrong. News pages are great, but it lacks important stuff. Yeah, and to be honest, I think this is like, there was a question that's asked earlier, like, you know, has my views changed a bit more? Like, yeah, in a way, sort of. Like, there is stuff that's decent. It's just in the wrong place. There is stuff that, and I just think little things like that, skinning would help. Like, if you had a better skin, then certain things would be tidied up, and it wouldn't be as much of a concern, and people wouldn't be like, oh, this is rubbish, because it would just be like, oh yeah, it's fixed now, like, move on. Whereas the longer it's not, the more frustrating it is, and people just sort of deal with it a little bit. And I think part of the reason that people are here complaining about it is because they've already skinned it themselves anyway. Like 90% of users, actually, is that a bit high? Let's go with 70%. 70% of users probably play with a skin. Actually, no. It's probably not even that. It's probably only about sort of like 50% or something. I'm going to keep scaling it back down. There will be a lot of people who use a different skin. So they've obviously looked at things that they've seen in the vanilla skin normally and went, right, I want things done differently. Like, and once you see that, you then go back to the vanilla and you're like, oh, I don't really like it. Like, we've all done that. And now we're having to look at a brand new skin, a brand new UI completely, and then there is no option of changing it. And I'm aware, yes, I can see that, you know, Marcus, yeah, okay, you're a console player, you can't skin. We understand that. But that, I think, is where some of the frustration comes from, potentially. Not saying that, you know, they shouldn't be kicking off or whatever, but I think that's where it comes from. In my experience, I was using Chelsea. My team just couldn't score a goal with 34 shots. The opposition took 7 and scored 3. Opposition was Brentford. I mean, that's a Chelsea thing, isn't it? Really. There's major issues, however, there's some minor little niggle issues as well. Yeah, it's a mixture. There's a mixture of stuff. To remember Champ Manager 4 and FM09. Exactly, Henrik. Exactly. There's a lot of people who claim to have played for 20 years forget some of the big problems that there's been historically when games are ported over. And they also seem to forget it's just a video game. Like, has anyone found a way to ask Director of Football for players yet? Barton, I think it's been replaced by the transfer room. I think. I could be wrong, but that's my interpretation of it. You're 100% correct. Everybody's skinned on FM24. Everyone plays the game their own unique way. They do play their own unique way, and I think that's a difficult thing as well for SI, that everybody plays the game differently. So the game's got to be able to be played in a multitude of different ways. Now, whether or not that means that everything works that same way is going to be tough to work out, isn't it? I keep getting into discussions with people about, not bothering with training and things like that, and like opposition instructions and individual instructions and things like that, because I'm like, I don't see enough of a benefit to do it. Like, Svenkin on the follow, appreciate that. But then there's some people who sit and will spend an hour on one screen, and that's fine, it's brilliant. Imandra on the follow as well, by the way. That's great, but for me, on stream, I can't stay on stream for an hour like that. Some people can, but not me. Can't lose this game. Bet you I can, Marcus. Michael Smith with the header. Out of possession seems to not work sometimes. Balls to the back post. Who's this? Mukiele. Mukiele should be winning this header, shouldn't he? Yeah, I know Matt Smith's big, but do you think we'll win on Monday? Yes, I do. I do think we'll win on Monday, Chris. Morale seems important. Yeah, as it is in real life, Brums too, I think. But I'm not doing all the little, like, just praise training and little gamifying bits and bobs that other people do. Off the post. Even a cyclist, good to see you, pal. Now, Tristan. Is the song by Tom Petty, I Won't Back Down? Because that could be it. And they took praise training away, unless hidden. I don't know. I've not gone looking for it, to be honest. Rich says, my one huge issue is the tactics erratically rearranges positions and roles. Yes! That is it. That's the problem. No matter how you've got them set up, they shift. It's a bug. I think most people didn't realise it's part of why they're struggling. See? Not just because I'm crap. Not just because I'm crap. They're quite narrow. Maybe I need to go wider. As well, you're losing some of the stuff like, average positions and heat maps and things like that. So you can't really analyse tactics as well for those people who are good at analysing tactics. Even for me, just like getting a little sort of cursory glance would help. Isador's got to finish that. Surely. I've had one since yesterday after selecting my team match. Loads into the portal tiles without any of the top bars and continue button. Kind of have to play 2 strikers versus a back 3. Maybe Sondre. Any underperformance by Sunderland in the Beta can be blamed on bugs. I think so. Like, this is a team that's going to win the Premier League, so I'm sorry. I don't think it's a... There must be some sort of issue somewhere in the game. Can't be user error, clearly. Clearly not. Visualizer helps with tactics. It does a little bit, if you know what you're doing, and I don't. So that's the other thing. Definitely not TJ tactics. Definitely not. Definitely not. I've got a favourite player through the years for Sunderland. Loads. Super Kev. Kevin Phillips, obviously. I loved Stefan Schwartz. Loved Julio Arca. Loved Ahmad Diallo. I love Luke O'Nine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, love Luke O'Nine as well. JD Armstrong, I choose to be positive. Your video and Lou's video on the right attitude. There's an enjoyable game there. There is somewhere. In here, there is a game. There is a game. that substitution hasn't worked. Isidore's still on the bench, on the pitch. God's sake. Got relegated so you can win the league, fair play. Yeah, exactly, Kuraben. Like, I'm playing a different game to everyone else. Do you know what I mean? I saw an opportunity that nobody else did. That, and then let's see. Put Wilson as well, actually. Try that. Bobby Kerr. I used to like Paul Bracewell as well. Marco Gabbiadini also as well. Barry Venison, furious not to be mentioned. I mean, yeah, there's a man who loved a pair of short shorts. Gary Bennett. Eric Gates. Kevin Ball. Nicky Summerby. Graham sometimes feel like matches as though it's predetermined who will win because they just restarted playing as Fulham. Different tactics, lost all the games. I mean, this happens as well. That happens to me all the time. That's a predetermined thing. I reckon it's that. Right, let's go wider because they're playing quite narrow, so see if that works. And can we cross the ball in? There's crossing style, whipped crosses. Go more direct. Yeah, Jack Rodwell. Ali McCoist could be a favourite as well. Loved Kenwyn Jones and Lorik Connor. Yeah. I found Jermaine Defoe as well when he was there. He was class. Just goals. I love Pickford. Like, to be fair, there's quite a lot of players that I've really enjoyed. Favourite goal? Tommy Watson's. Actually, no, Dan Ballard's probably against Coventry. Watson's was mint at Wembley, but yeah, Ballard's was just, that made it all happen. Or Kevin Phillips' goal against the Mags in the rain. Brian Brobby, Darren Bent and Asamoah Gyan were class. Yes, they were actually. Carlos Edwards against Burnley. Yeah, that's the one where he scores from about like 70 yards or something, isn't it? Anything by Seb Larson. The Kevin Phillips one against Chelsea. I was there for that. I forgot that one. The beach ball goal. Yeah, oh yeah. That's got a special place in our heart. Biggest tip I can give from what I've learned is read your emails, don't spam click, wait for task actions. There's a heck of a lot of info that people are saying is missing in there. There is, but I don't really read my emails at work, so I'm not going to read my emails in a video game. Wilson! Disallowed. As of now, my favourite players are Hume, Ballard and 09. They're class players, aren't they? They're proper Sunderland players. They give their all. They try their best. Literally 90 minutes. They will sweat. They'll only come off if they've broken all of their bones. Gabbiadini in the playoff final, in the playoff semis, yeah. 1990 at there. At St James's. In the blue kit. Romain Mundle. Never heard the stadium so loud, the Coventry game. It was just insane, wasn't it, Rumney? It was absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it. And I don't think we'll ever witness anything again like that. Just the sheer disbelief that it had happened. Yeah, I'm not really one for office manager cyclist. Like, there's probably a great point. Daniel makes a great point that there's a lot of stuff you need to pay attention to, but I'm not going to be paying attention to that. Actually, the goal by G against Man City on New Year's Day was class as well. It was like last second, goes around the keeper. Zendens against Spurs. Oh, that was a good goal, actually. Yeah, any Seb Larsson free kick was always good as well. There we go, back to winning ways. How's life in the Championship? Asked Drew. Yeah, all right. We've won 2, we've lost 1. I mean, the one we lost, we got absolutely battered, mind. We got beat 4-0, but we're back. We're back. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Far more comfortable here than the Premier League, to be honest. Udinese have made an offer to loan Mukiele. I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless he kicks off, he's not going out on loan. Ledbetter's goal against Arsenal. Which one was that? They're brushing up Sicilian for next week, Llama. So here's the question then. Here's the question. What do we do? What do we do? Do we keep this one going, by the way? For next week. Or do we now go to start a new save? Can we show you Caelan Vickers from Barnsley? I can show you, but I mean, we've got attribute masking on, so you're probably not going to see much. He's at Brighton now. Is that the guy? 5'8". Why are you getting me to check out little tiny players? 5'8". I mean, he's quick and dribbly, so he might have something in him actually. Do you know what? I'll stick him on the shortlist actually. He's on loan at Barnsley from Brighton. Ah, got you. Have to start a new save surely, says Drew. I mean, this is the question though, isn't it? Like, we've got jeopardy now with Sunderland, because there was no jeopardy when we were in the Premier League. Like, obviously, all we could do was stay in the Premier League. We failed that mission. Didn't go well, and we obviously got relegated. So it's like, right, well, obviously we need to get back up the Premier League. And then once we get there, then what? Look at Eric Martel, absolute beast. Where does he play and what position is he? And is he going to come to the Championship, Sondre? Because I've got a feeling this... I mean, is this going to be someone who's going to be unlikely to come? 16 million quid. Defensive midfielder. I mean, he does look pretty decent. He's got good work rate. He's a TJ player. He's determined. Very, very good anticipation. Tenacious. Oh, do you know what? I like a bit of tenacity. £26 million. We've still got that. We've got £26 million. Do you know what? Okay. We've got 26 million quid. I only say that as people say don't take the beat as the main game. Don't subscribe to that person. I want to see what you'd say. Check out Jay Stansfield. That's Lisa Stansfield's brother, isn't it? We might need him. We don't need him. We've got better strikers than Jay Stansfield. Look at that. There he is. 23 years old. He looks fine. He looks reasonable, but I think if we were to compare him to, they've fixed it. They've fixed. This is new. See what I mean? But they are fixing stuff in the background. You can now compare to shortlisted players. That wasn't there yesterday. That's new. They finally put that back in. I sent them a message about that going, this is like, there's just no point. You can't compare them to anybody. The whole point is like trying to compare players you like. To when you do it for players that are on your shortlist, and they were like, oh yeah, good point. So, I mean, look, he's no Francolino, is he? Francolino is all Blues. So, Lisa Stansfield, I'm sorry. You know, have a great time in Birmingham. My viewers don't take a beater into something that matters. I would not do a Sunderland beater as I love Sunderland. TJ is, of course, a streamer, so it's different. TJ is also an idiot, Rich. We should probably take that. Any tips on getting sacked? If you're new to the game, DG Boss, yeah, just do whatever you feel is natural. That'll probably get you sacked. Take a team with expectations that you can't deliver to. Yeah. Play 5-4-1 defensive football with Liverpool or Real Madrid. Yeah. And only signed 45-year-olds. Stano's homegrown. He is, but what difference is that going to make for me in the long run? You took the early artillery on bombardment for us all. Liam Delap tends to become available. I could always get him, I suppose, well, couldn't I? I mean, you know, Stansfield's all right. But he's not better than what we've got. Let's put Toure in. I'll make a couple of changes actually. Yeah, Dinger's having a great time at the minute. 7.4 average rate, and he's really hit the ground running. You know what? Ponk needs to get himself back on the bench as well. There we go. Let's do that. Done a Sunderland save in the beta because I want to start a journeyman once the full game comes out, but I'll finish this save first. Here's a question for everyone non-related. What's the favourite musician, or artist, or band? I can answer that one. I can definitely answer that. If you don't read the emails, don't complain when you can't find things. That's a fair point, Daddy-o. That's a fair point. So the thing I've got, so here's the interesting bit, right? Like, I've obviously got to play the game ever so slightly differently as a streamer, and there is stuff that you've got to keep the game moving on at a reasonable pace, I think, and certainly for me, like, because my ADHD wouldn't allow me to just sit on one screen for an hour, like mulling over stuff, thinking things through, you know, going, I wonder what the right decision would be, like. Because where's the fun in that? You know, for me the fun is going, like, not fully reading stuff and then being like, oh yeah, should have done that, shouldn't I? That could really work, and then never learning from that mistake again. That's where I find the entertainment factor comes from. I think anyway. And then again, that's potentially just me. If you are new around here, though, please also consider keeping your eyes peeled for the FM show, the podcast that I do with RDF Tactics, Si Maggio, and Second Yellow Card. That's out every single Thursday. We also have a Patreon on a Wednesday as well, so you can get the episode earlier. and maybe you'll get access to the you'll get access to extra content as well going forward. There's content there as well, extra stuff, but next year will be the network save. It might be other episodes as well, possibly, depending upon how we do the network save. We might do it, we might stream it, possibly, if we can fit the timing in. We have talked about that, so we don't know. The FM shows what's brought you here, Cam. Thank you, appreciate you, mate. Always nice to meet people who enjoy the show. And also we've got our sibling podcast, the WFM show, which is a new podcast which is focusing on women's football within Football Manager. So episode 1 came out a couple of weeks ago. Episode 2 was recorded this week, should be out on Monday. And it's brilliant. Alice, FM Girl, Ankley and Katie are the panel, and they are all superb, absolutely superb. So go and give them a follow as well. They're on YouTube also and Spotify, same as we are. So yeah, if you want some opinions, come and check us out. And if you like a bit of this stuff around here, then drop a follow as well. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays is our usual streaming schedule, but because it's beta, obviously we'll have a little bit more streaming. So next week it'll be, Tuesday of course is release, so we'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday will be podcast record, so we won't be Thursday. Friday, Saturday, I might take Sunday off next week. Let's do that. Tomorrow is an additional podcast record for next week. So yeah, there'll be plenty of streams over the next couple of weeks. Favourite band is Oasis. Bradley, that is the right answer. Anyone who says that it's not is wrong. Like, and it's fine, you know, each to their own in that, but yeah, for me they are my band. Oh, great ball through, Robbie. Yeah, we went to see, we got tickets for Murrayfield for them on the reunion, which was like incredible, because we'd already done Loch Lomond like back in '96. We played Stoke in the start stream. We played them in the Carabao Cup, so second time I'm playing them tonight. So yeah, and the gig was awesome, by the way, at Murrayfield. That was absolutely class. So I've had a brilliant summer. I've had the Coventry game, Wembley, Murrayfield. That was like the best summer. And then in March coming up, I've gone and got myself tickets for the Wu-Tang Clan in Manchester, and I'm like, I think next year's starting strong as well. So I'm looking forward to some good gigs next year as well. Oasis at Wembley this summer was one of the best nights I've ever had. Paddy, it's just the best. It's the best karaoke night, isn't it? Really, it was unbelievable. Llama went to Cardiff, I believe, in the chat. I believe he took a couple of I believe he took at least one youngest Llama. What about an occasional Learn FM with TJ and our stream learning together? New element of an area of the game could be fun. We could do that, Lulu. What in terms of what as Patreon content or as actual streaming stuff? Because I mean, really, what we need with Learn things with TJ is that TJ needs to understand it himself, and that could be interesting. Oasis is a good but favourite. I mean, you got to think though, like it's for me, the way that Oasis are my favourite band is they were the most important band to me in my formative years. So that's why I'm classing them as my favourite. Like all their songs, like the songs are just, they're iconic songs as well. They don't claim to be the greatest musicians of all time, and I think that's where the criticism is always angled at them, going, "Oh, but they're not good musicians." So they've never said they are. They've never said they are, but their songs are class. And you can't disagree with that. Nick, you're American. I mean, Nick, we can't hold that against you. Like, you know, Americans have got some good bands. Don't get me wrong, but I would take Oasis over Creed any day of the week, and certainly over all of country music. Oh, Ruben Neves. Agree wholeheartedly. There we go. American bands don't come close to English bands. Now that's not true, Bradley. There's some incredible American bands. There are some incredible American bands. In the same way, there's some incredible British bands. Not just English bands, British bands. Teacher's been banned from TikTok again. Still not got my ban uplifted, Rougeau. Just as well, isn't it? How's the save going? Asks Alex. What do you think of the new version? Bugs aside, how do you like the layouts, match engine, all that sort of stuff? Save's going alright. Save's going alright. We got relegated with Sunderland, but we haven't been sacked, so that's good. We're doing alright in the Championship, so that's fine. How's the game beyond the bugs? Beyond the bugs, I think there's a game here. Oh, Robbie's missed it. Wilson's missed it. Oh. We should have been 2-0 up there. Beyond the bugs, there's a game in here. Somewhere. It's nowhere near as bad as everyone's been saying it is. They fixed a couple of things that were that made it difficult to play. I'm going to avoid the words unplayable, which is what some people have been using the words as. It made it very difficult, and especially from a creator's perspective and a streamer's perspective. Like the left backs issue was just really, there's nothing you could do about it. So like when you're on stream trying to win matches, it's just not possible. Like you're always going to end up losing because the left back's gone for a wander. That was like, oh, this is just going to be a bit shit, to be honest. But they straightened it out and it's playing a lot better now. It's playing a lot better. I can find where things are on the UI now. Fine, not a problem. It's not quite to my liking, but it's not inaccessible. I would prefer some element of customization on it. Whether that comes in or not, I don't know. But there is a game somewhere in here, and it's not as bad as some people on the internet would make out to be. Rich says, do what I do and lose your games off stream. I mean, you could do, Rich, but where's the fun in that? You want people to see the defeats. See the defeats, you know. Don't just keep those defeats to yourself. Let the world see them, Rich. And if you haven't seen Rich Owens lose on stream, you can by following him. Long throws are OP this year. I mean, they've been OP a couple of years ago as well, weren't they? 23, I think. And also in real life football, lots of people use long throws now. So again, it's that thing. If you've got someone who can throw the ball dead far, then get them in. I don't know, that was a tough watch the other night. It felt for you. Yeah, like Lulu, it was grim because there was literally nothing you could do, and everyone saw that whatever we tried wasn't working. So it's not like I was just sitting back and being like, well, I don't know what I've done wrong, and then that's it. We tried to address it multiple ways, and every single thing we tried to do didn't work, and it was like, there's an issue here. And then the following day they'd clearly fixed it, and it was like, there was an issue because now it works. Yeah, and that's at the moment when you're like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's not just TJ being shit. There's an actual reason that this is happening beyond TJ being shit, of course. See my defeats on stream for free. See my feet on stream, tier 1 sub. Oh yeah, see my left bollock, tier 3 sub. We want to be here for the seconds. It's what we all watch for, right? Exactly. Yeah. And do you know what? None of yous have got it so far. Evil laugh for TJ. You all came for the seconds and none of you got it. Oh, there's a beautiful schadenfreude about that for me. I'm just sitting there going, but now they're in. Now they're in. I've got them. And they stayed. And they keep coming back just to see, is he going to get sacked again? Is he going to get sacked again? And for now, not yet. And I'm not going to say that I won't get sacked, because, let's face it, I probably will at some point. But at the minute, no. At the minute, no. Alex, I'm enjoying it so far. It's good to see they're being active on fixing issues. I've noticed a couple of bugs that were supposedly fixed. They're still there, just not as often. The game freezing at the start of the second half. I mean, I've not had that one yet. I've seen it, but I've not had it personally. And like all bugs, though, it's like, they just, you know, they're not going to be there for everybody, but when they are there, they are super annoying, clearly. And that's just the way it is, isn't it? And all bugs aren't going to be fixed by the time the game comes out on Tuesday, because no game is released bug-free. No piece of software is bug-free. There's always going to be an update patch, so yeah, don't expect it to be bug-free on Tuesday. Do we think we'll have a decent game on Tuesday? We'll have a decent game on Tuesday, Heinrich. Yeah, we will have a decent game, because we've got a decent game now, but I think people want a great game, and that's the problem. We're not going to get a great game. We'll have a decent game, absolutely. Callum's in, by the way. It's like, you know, when people want like great streamers and decent streamers, like, you can have Callum. You can have Callum in. Yeah. Did I get a Champions League win last cycle, Lulu Booster? I mean, I won in the I won one of the Champions League matches, I think. Certainly didn't win the trophy, but I won a match. Jack Ritchie, welcome in. Yeah, Jack's not normally confident on the game. Plymouth are my full save once the game's out. It's playable. I do enjoy it, but it lacks vavavoom. There you go. Thierry Henry refused the sponsorship deal. Yeah. Hopefully, once the full release out, as patches updates, it'll improve. It will improve. But as I've just said there, depending upon what people's expectations of improvement are. What are the main issues you have playing the game right now, apart after the removal of some bugs? The main issues I've got so far, mainly it's just a customization thing, to be honest. I think that I would rather have some things in a different order, and at the minute there doesn't appear to be an option to do that, so therefore I've sort of got to deal with it. And do you know what, this is a radical technique I've done. I've just dealt with it. I've just went, alright, fair enough, that's a bit annoying, and I've just went on with it. Some people, however, have taken to social media to vent their anger and ask for Miles' resignation, going, I can't believe the news the news site has moved, therefore I demand Miles resigns from his job. Press conferences aren't as fun. Like, yeah, I've never been able to do a face swap. So, but this is the thing, like, some people just get too involved in stuff. What's my favourite Oasis song? Oh, yeah. This is like asking me to pick my favourite kids, isn't it? Because it always changes. It's either here's the collection to pick from, and then I always forget as well. Supersonic has obviously got to be up there. Slide Away's got to be up there. Live Forever's got to be up there. But then something like Gas Panic, Don't Look Back in Anger is a fucking banger as well. And Acquiesce as well. But which one's my favourite children? I mean, today, Rich, none of them. They were both bellends today. It's youngest Jameson's birthday tomorrow, and he was getting all excited. So eldest Jameson was being a prick because, in his words, and I quote, to be honest, Daddy, today is not all about me. I was like, right, okay. In the same way he was a prick a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, why are you being a prick? And he's like, because you're going away. I was like, great, we taught him honesty apparently. Gas Panic's underrated. I mean, it's a belter. It's an absolute belter. EVFM stream, still not been sacked. No, not been sacked at all. No. Much to everyone else's disappointment and annoyance. So, have I got any good corner routines? Was asked as well, by the way. No, I haven't. No. What's my opinion on SI's actions and path? They've embraced a lot of the so-called woke mentality. I'm not even reading the rest of this. This is ridiculous. This feels like ChatGPT's just written a message. The second you started to use woke, I mean, come on. What is? Don't engage, TJ. Don't engage. Don't engage. Little by little, there's the thing. Cardinal Chunder's got that right. I wasn't a massive Little by Little fan until I went and saw them live this year, and all of a sudden that song is in my head constantly. Whether it's just because of how it was played, the way that it's done live or not, I don't know, but my word, that is a tune. That is a tune. Yeah. If I had waited another year, they could. Yeah, probably, but they clearly couldn't. Feel sorry for your manager. He has to live in Sunderland. I mean, you know he's not real, right, Locks? I don't know if that's... I mean, you've got 999 in your username. We might have to call the ambulance for you here. There's... Haha, do you know what? Your pixels have to live in somewhere else. That'll show you. Yeah. Also, I love how he just feels angry for my manager. All my players apparently live somewhere else. Reggie Lebris lives in Washington. Oh, does he? Does he really? What a man. He probably doesn't, but it would be class if he did. Neves obviously commutes. He does. Yeah, he just drives up from Wolverhampton constantly. Or from Saudi Arabia in his jet. Actually, we could do with trying to switch things up a tiny bit more as well. Let's do a bit more pressing, shall we? And then get the ball a bit wider. The only reason I know is because Mason Burrow used to live there. Oh, okay. Oh, in that case, I'm going to take a wild guess as to where in Washington he lives, but I'm not going to say it out loud. But I reckon I'm probably on the right, the right target. Sign players, pick team, watch goals. People think it's more complicated than that. Honestly, JD, some people think that it's fucking rocket science. Doing Football Manager. Like, oh, this is so complicated, this game. Bloody console players wouldn't be able to understand this game. It's far too complicated. Far too complicated. If you've got a console, you wouldn't understand how Football Manager works. Like, there's just the gatekeepers, man, are just ridiculous. Absolute ridiculousness. And it's just, and I say this lightly, I think there's a lot of fannies around. You know, and I'm sorry I've had to suggest that's the case. Yeah, I'm sorry I've got to suggest it, but I think there is. I think there's a lot of fannies. How dare you? I know. I'm, you know what I'm like, Tristan? Always stirring that pot, aren't I? Always stirring the pot. Have I tried any of the mods that have come out? Stonewall? No. No, I haven't. We've said earlier on, actually, I've got no interest in any of that. No interest in trying any of the mods out. For those people who that's their thing, great, go knock yourselves out, have a great time, but yeah, I've got no interest in any of that whatsoever. Do we need a sign? What, no mods? Yeah, no mods. Mod free zone. D-Boy, I can assure you there are no fannies near you for some reason. I mean, D-Boy, I don't understand how. I mean, I've seen you in the flesh. I would imagine that they'd be all over you, everywhere, constantly, whether you wanted them or not. They'd just be there. But welcome, D-Boy. How are you? Pleasure to see you. Hope you're well. If you're not following D-Boy, by the way, go and drop a follow. Bradley Job lived in the okay, nice. Prada Richards, pressing is non-existent. No, not true. It is now. It is now in there, because I've seen it. Definitely seen it. There wasn't pressing last week, but there is some now. Unfortunately, that's not the case, but I'm still doing well regardless. I mean, D-Boy, the fact you're doing well is good. Do you know what I mean? That's what we hope for. But it's a pleasure, as always, to have you in. You don't see D, you experience D. Yeah. Oh. Stonewell, appreciate the sub, my friend. Very kind. People think I'm Jay Cartwright with these house rumours. Yeah, exactly. I think you're, what's the other one? Phil and Kirsty. Is that God? I've had some cultural references tonight, haven't I? You want to keep Neves on side? He should probably buy Sunderland with his Saudi money and sack me. I mean, there's a lot of talk about me being sacked here. Do you know what I mean? I think people need to put some respect on my satisfactory name. Thank you very much. I am the most averagest manager you could possibly get. Talby. Down the line. Bit laggy on the game, so apologies for that. Mrs. J sending. Great, Mrs. J sending gifts saying she's bored. Like, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, Mrs. J. I'm clearly streaming. Like, sacked in the morning. Definitely not. Sakule. Definitely not. Have you seen The In-Betweeners is coming back next year? I mean, look, Bradley, with all due respect, I'm 45. I didn't watch The In-Betweeners. I didn't watch it. I was too old for it when it came out, and I'm certainly too old for it now. I mean, if In the Night Garden are getting back to never too old for The In-Betweeners, but you are though, aren't you? Like, if you sort of look at it and go like, oh, do you know what? At what point is just saying, you know, fingering and completed it? Is that still funny? I don't think it is. That's just that's just me though. But then again, I don't understand how people can find Only Fools and Horses funny either. So the cast of 40, yeah, exactly, yeah, get rid of them. No one who's 40 can be on the TV. You're not allowed. I won't complain. You're currently achieving the bare minimum. What do more people want? Oh, people want everything, Daddy-o. They want you to be unbeaten using the super awesome win tactic. Oh yeah, they did also say bus wankers as well. Yeah, genius. You don't find Only Fools and Horses funny? God no, Drew, no. It's awful. It's not funny at all. The idea that, and this is where we know that the Great British public are idiots, right? The idea that Del Boy falling through the bar is the funniest thing that's ever happened on TV. Tells you everything you need to know. In the Night Garden at Wembley 2026, Iggle, Piggle and Upsy Daisy arrive in separate cars and hug backstage. I'm there for that. I am there for that, Rich. Give me it. Give me that. TJ, you'll always get sacked. Remember FM24. Better yet, let's just forget FM24. Right, here's the thing, right? Right. You know when I get sacked, it's not the end of the world, is it? Like you should all get sacked. Everybody should get sacked. And if you don't get sacked, then you're clearly playing everything far too safe. You're not trying to do anything, not necessarily out of the ordinary, but you're not really trying to do anything. Like, you're 4-2-3-1 gegenpress, and I'm going to take a wild stab at the dark and guess here. Everyone should get sacked at least once. Like, all football managers get sacked. Yeah? Kruger Pauk's in. Believe me, I tried getting sacked at Ajax. They refused despite getting relegated and playing Allardyce ball. I mean, in a sense, we had that at Sunderland. We didn't get sacked. Yeah? Those that don't are sacked. Or have access to Men in Black memory stick. Probably. I've said before, if you've never got sacked in FM, have you really played FM? You've probably saved and reloaded, I'd imagine. Tyler's in on the follow. What's everyone's favourite TV show? I'll start with Peaky Blinders. I'm not sure that's my favourite. It's decent, but Ten Hag agrees we after his Bayern career. I mean, I don't know. Like, I do have to question official Sakule. You've got the word official in your name. Is there a fake Sakule kicking around as well, just to avoid any, confusion on your behalf? Don't know if online saves work. I've been trying with a friend for an hour and it's not working. I don't know actually. I've not tried that. We need to try and work out whether online saves work, because we want to do one for the FM show, but I've not got around to trying to check. If anybody does know about online saves, please let us know though. That would be really, really useful. Police Interceptors is your favourite show. I'm on board with that, Jebru. Also as well, I like air traffic control. What's the one where they stop people coming in Australia? Like, have you had any lichen or moss? Have you ever been near a duck? Have you drank water that's not from a tap? Like that sort of one. Yeah, that's the one I like watching. Border Force, that's the one. Yeah. And then they go like, oh yeah, there's something suspicious about this guy, and then they sort of like they do the beep 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 beep, and then they sort of like make him take out his jacket, and he's got three monkeys attached to him, and it's just like, are you trying to smuggle monkeys in, mate? And it's like, no, not at all. It's like, no, I didn't realise that you would see the monkeys under the coat, or they're in the suitcase, and it's like, mate, have you got something in the suitcase, mate? And then they open it up, and it's just mice. Yeah, that's what I like. I like watching that one. Mice and like 9 kilos of cocaine. Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't know how that got in there. That's what I like watching. It's good. But actually, there was one I genuinely saw where someone had put drugs on their head and then put a wig on top. Just trying to walk through with like drugs on their head, and this going, the wig's not going to slip at all. Like, no one's going to notice this haircut. Just standing straight at all times, being like, oh, I'm just not going to move in case it slips ever so slightly. I like that one. I'm adamant Border Force is written by Reeves and Mortimer. Yeah, I think so. I've walked into. I don't know, George. I really don't know. But do you need context? No. You're a big fan of Can't Pay, Take It Away, says FM Tigers. TJ's favourite TV show is The Jersey Shore. That is also true as well. Big fan of The Situation. GTL, Gym Tan Laundry. What's your name? Situation. Man, grenades everywhere. Grenades! What's the one with George Clark about houses? I don't know. TJ could be a modern day Mr. Ben. If you know, you know. I know Mr. Ben. I'm just trying to get to piece it together. Well, I'm aware of what Mr. Ben looks like. I'm trying to then put it back together. Let me work on that, because I think that's both. I think that's quite accurate, but also degrading. It's fine. My ender just over the top. The man who just appears in a clock and ends up in random places. Yeah. Like Bernard's watch. Is that it? No, Bernard's watch was about a time-travelling child, I think, wasn't it? I don't know. Friday night energy on a Saturday, everyone. Dickinson's real deal was the shit. Oh, David Dickinson's a weirdo, isn't he? Something on about him. Luke 09! Get in! Oh, his watch stopped time. That's the one, yeah. The guy who played Bernard went to uni with you. Oh, interesting. Surely not. I thought that was a bit... Trying to work out when that might have been, to be honest. Undercover Boss is something I enjoy. Undercover Boss is mint, because it's just like this new useless fucker turns up and no one's gonna fire him, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, I'm your CEO. And it's like, oh really? We hadn't noticed the new guy who turns up with the camera crew and it's just shit at the job, asking loads of questions about like, oh, so I've just come to start flipping burgers. Oh, have you? Yeah. Have you had any experience before? Oh yeah, my last job, I worked in the accounting department of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Oh, what's the average turnover and profit cost we have on these burgers? You're asking a lot for a guy who's just literally turned up to get a Saturday job. Oh, I'm just interested. Hey, fellow co-worker, what's our key performance indicators this quarter? Do you know? It's just so shit. Haha, it was me all along. I am the CEO. It's like Scooby-Doo. Like turns up at McDonald's. And I would have gotten away with it as well if it wasn't for this fake mustache. The new guy who turns up in a Mercedes, exactly. Just trying to blend in. And what do you call this? This is a pot noodle, mate. Oh, interesting. It's like a mini ramen, isn't it? No. What flavour is it? Curry? The UK attempts at series is... I think the UK attempts at anything is always bad. That and celebrity versions of stuff. Sun, sex and suspicious parents. Is that the one... Right, now, forgive me, this I might not be familiar with your favour with this one. Is this the one where... I'm going to try and guess from the title. Your parents watch you on holiday trying to neck on with people. And there's probably... I'm going to presume the mum is a little bit like, oh, you know, I don't really... Oh, I hope he's being safe. And the dad's going, go on there, my son. Go on there, my son. Fucking give it to her. Yeah. Do that one for fucking Chelsea. Yeah. Oi, oi. Is that it? Yeah, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Give it one for me, mate. Fucking yeah. Yeah. Find out the girl's foreign. Oh, God. Oh, God. My flag's now. No wonder it's bloody half-mast. Just go and paint a bloody flag on her. Nailed the London accent. It's not the first time I've ever tried to insult people from London, Dan. I've done it quite a lot. The sun definitely wasn't a half-mast. No, he wasn't. It's fully erect. And in comes another TikTok ban. This is what I love about this, because like people have come to watch Football Manager, and there's just me just going, I think I'm just going to talk about teenagers on the telly. Probably what people are after, isn't it? How's the new game, TJ? No idea. No idea. Tony, have I seen who's in the... Oh, Francolino's back, by the way, everyone. Have we seen who's in the staff in game for Southampton? No, Mungo. Who's in the staff for Southampton in game? Who could it possibly be? I wonder. Click for FM, stay for 3 hours of improv. D-boy, honestly, it's the only way I'm getting gigs these days. Yeah. Can't work out why TikTok banned you. I know. I can't either, bunch of bastards. And I'm trying to get myself reinstated, and they're still not doing it. And they're not even coming over here to check and see what I am saying now. And if you do come and see this TikTok, then do you know what? I stand by every word. Yeah. We are going up. We are going up. Yes. We've just destroyed Aaron Falloon's Southampton. Don't back down. Double down. Quadruple down. Rich Owens. Yeah. Quadruple down. I'll take them all down with me. Bring me Charlie Kirk and the Epstein files. Yeah. We'll cover that. Who's bragging in his YouTube videos? He should be. He should. We mentioned it on the podcast. Bring back Coach Trip. I've had a couple of mates who've been on Coach Trip. Comedians, of course. Like, and even then, that's like, because that's bad enough being on a coach. Like, and then being on a coach with other people. I also think as well, right, and this is a thing. Everyone thinks this should be a show, but Love Island, right? Love Island, but with ugly people, or have one stunner in there and then loads of ugly people turn up. That's what I want. And just watch as the one stunner doesn't get any attention from the ugly people, and it's just these fat, overweight blokes being like, nah, I'm not even bothering with her, right? And just like. They just the normal ugly people just get together. Normal version should be class. Yeah, brilliant. There's already one called that Mum and Dad. Yeah, and you know what? I've seen how upset they are and how sad they are. So I'd rather go and see if someone else could do it instead. Love Island, but all the blokes are FM content creators, and there's one laptop on the island. You're playing the Football Manager wrong. To be fair, there'd be someone going, but it's not an island game, is it? No, you have to play it on a larger surface area. Oh, people would get angry. Who's the best looking FM creator? Ooh, do you know what? I think you've got second yellow card, absolutely. He's also got a sexy voice as well. Yeah. Clayton's not a bad looking lad. Clayton's a good looking lad. And Zim's Moolah. Yeah, Zim's is stacked as well. So, yeah, they're my three. I'd let a second yellow card read audiobooks. I would as well. Do you remember when we did the Football Manager content creators doing TV chefs? And I said, Francolino, what's that shot there? I said to Matt, I said, I put you down as Nigella Lawson. He was like, oh, why is that? I said, well, you know, because you've got the best sounding microphone in the business, and I'd quite happily fuck you. And he went, oh, fair enough then. That'll be it. Evening, Kev. Sorry for doing swears. All of a sudden, just like, oh, Kev's here. How are we, Kevin? Hope you're good. Who was that guy we had in the playoffs once, a few miles away? Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, he was smooth. Smooth like butter. One of the coolest guys we've ever met. Didn't he work for, like, Kick It Out or something? As a fat, ugly guy from down south, I feel feeling targeted. Well, this is the thing, Daddy-O. with that target on your massive frame, we can probably get you. Bob's got a dreamy voice. Bob has got a dreamy voice, hasn't he? And Bob is the sort of person who could wear an open shirt with bits of chest hair and be like, yeah, H2 was a good looking lad. He was dreamy. Salty B's dreamy as well. You know, if you want just a little nap, Salty B's dreamy. But yeah, H2. We were all genuine in Discord call when we first saw H2. When he's just too attractive. Isn't he? He's too attractive, this guy. Oh, Brian Brobby wants to go. Fine, okay, out he goes. Soldier Boy for that one stream. Yeah, that's a status thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Bit of a status fuck, that one. Grant Baker, terrible game this year, ain't it? Sorry, the way that I've read that makes you sound like you stood at the end on a fence at the bottom of a farm and someone's walking past and you're going, terrible game this year, isn't it? It's like hoping that the people who are walking past are going to listen to what you're saying. Terrible game this year, isn't it? Oh, we're getting some dreadful, lots of bugs flying around these days, isn't there? So many bugs. I don't know if you've got any repellent, possibly, to try and get rid of the bugs. I've been reporting them myself, sending them down to the PSI officers. Down with this sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bloody console game, you know. No, it's not terrible this year. It's not quite to some people's liking, but it's not terrible. It's much better than it was last week. Put it that way. Last week it was pretty bad. This week it's starting to make a bit more sense. It's getting there slowly. Can't believe you've said the C word live on stream. Which C word did I say? You worry for the future of the game, right? Grant, answer me this: what future do you worry? What future do you worry for? Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of this one, right? Because I asked yesterday. Someone came in the stream yesterday, and they gave it the big one about, you know, this is just a console game, and I was like, it's not though, is it? And then when we started to ask more questions, it turned out that what he was angry about wasn't the fact that it was a console game. He had other concerns, and some of them sort of made sense, and then some of them were, like, to be honest, some of them were just fucking. He might as well have. I don't know where he came. He's probably banged his head on the kitchen fridge or something, and just went, "Oh, I'll just say that." He started getting into AI at one point, and I was like, I don't know. Do we know if the PC version is the exact same as the console version? I can answer that, Johnny. I can answer it. I can 100% answer that. Guess what? You're not going to believe it. You are not going to believe it. Different. And do you know why? Because the PC game is a PC game, and the console game is a console game. Two different things. The PC version has been made for the PC, and the console version has been made for the console. And the mobile version has been put onto phones. Mobile game. So yeah, they are similar in the fact that they're both called the same thing. And they might have some of the same players, possibly. Same game in theory. Yeah. You're meant to manage a football team on both of those games. That's about it. Yeah. They might look fairly similar. They're not designed to do the same thing. It's not been designed for console and then put onto PC. That doesn't really work. Can you mod the PC version but you can mod the PC version, can't others? That's true. That is true, David, but It's good to know I have a TV gig if your show gets made. I mean, well, we'll see. There'll be a stringent auditioning process, Davido. We don't talk about touch. Well, we don't. We don't. You have to ask for consent for touch. Well, touch is well, when we looked at it last year, touch was very, very similar to the full game, to be honest. So that seemed like it looked like the same thing. I was actually quite surprised at the quality of touch. It was certainly better than I expected it to be. Console is the same as the PC game this year. It's not though, is it? Another creator who lost the plot, impossible to debate. But it's not though, is it, Grant? It's really not, because there's not been any footage of the console game, so how does anybody know? And this has been out for 2 weeks. I don't see how that can be the situation. This is not a... Right, if you can explain to me how this is a console game, I will happily accept the point and move on, but I'm struggling to see. Honestly, I think, and I've said this before, when we get to the whole this is a console game, move on, we are getting a little bit close to painting FM logos on roundabouts. Like, we're not a million miles from it. And I don't want it to get to that. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to get to that situation. There's still a lot of stuff we can debate in a healthy way. You know? So let's not get to the snipping and sniping and like... But again, just it would be nice to have some actual facts to prove these things. Even just to back up a point. Yes, Rich, no problem. Let me have a look. What have you sent me? Message there as well. No, I can't see the message just yet on Discord. Have you sent us a bit? I sent it here. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Send me that screen then. Go for it. What would Coolio say about FM26? We will never know. We will never know. Denise has taken it from us, hasn't she? It's got a more console layout, it's got more panels, but that's because it's been made on an engine that is used for a lot of video games, both on console and PC. I firmly believe they've designed so similarly people can move between PC and console without much issue, but the games will be optimized for each device and will have different mechanics, etc. Jord, that sounds like common sense to me. What are you doing posting common sense? Yeah. As we said last night as well, the guy we talked to last night, he was like, "Oh yeah, we need to get rid of Miles, and you know, that'll be fine." But then I was like, well, what happens if Miles leaves? You're probably going to get someone who comes from a console background, you know? And maybe FIFA, for example. And therefore, they will be wanting to make things more console-y, and they will be wanting to aim towards the FIFA crowd and the microtransactions and all that sort of stuff, and subscription models, and can't... Sometimes you just gotta, you know, be careful what you wish for. Yeah? It's there already. Console will get a great review and PC game going get terrible review. Hang what? It's there already. Console will get great review and PC game going get terrible review, which we'll see in the next few weeks. Right, Grant, run that back through AI, mate, because that doesn't make any sense. Right, reword it, and then have another go. What was that track, says Jeeves? The one that's on now is Luxe, the Cyros remix. It's Epidemic Music, so it's royalty free. FM Battle Pass. Ratings don't matter for sports and right, it's all about money, money, money. Not true. Not true. I think if everyone gave it 1 out of 10, you don't get any money, do you? Because people don't buy the game. And also, let's think about this. All companies want money, Johnny. All companies want money. That guy had a YouTube channel with some Class A content. Or some A-class content. Who did? Bring back the good old CM days of having to buy league expansion packs. This is the thing. I had to buy Champman Italia. I had to buy the Belgian league. There's an extra disc. You've hit April, please pay $2.99 to play May. This is it, isn't it? This is where we're at. PC game is not an upgrade, but it is though. Like it's a It's a different game. It's a different game. Oh, the guy complaining last night had great content. Did he? Oh, don't think I should be playing tonight. 10 games, no wins. I've been there, Barton. I know how that feels. Right. Did Martel just not come to us then? Because I'm guessing he just turned us down, clearly. Your Star Striker's been injured for 14 months. You can reduce this to 14 days when you buy the 90% injury reduction. Yeah, like to buy players, you literally have to buy players. Yeah. Everyone's got their own verdict on FM, but some people will like it, some people won't. And I do like, the only thing I don't like is the job centre screen and the fact no international manager can't do a Pentagon. Can you not do a Pentagon? Maybe, maybe not. Pentagon's domestic titles, that's what I thought. A lack of foreign leagues is the issue I would see, surely. Oh, we get Jaden Dans in. Right, let's get Jaden Dans, and then let's get Mark Jouy as well. And we'll go back for the 2 strikers that never were. Actually, is Liam Delap transfer listed yet? Liam Delap's available for loan, actually. There's an option. Right, Liam Delap's a better option than Jaden Dans, actually. Draw 5 lines. I mean, that's pretty much what I would do, to be honest, for a Pentagon, is just draw it out and be like, right, there you go, that's my Pentagon done. Are we all happy? Talus Magno has a buyout clause, so we can probably go for him as well. If we want, I don't know if I want him or not, really. That feels a little bit too that just feels too like on the nose, you know. Maybe Vickers is a better idea because he's English and wouldn't need to be registered, I don't think. Where's another? Do we need a defender, really, don't we? Taylor Allen sort of covers everywhere. He looks fine, but not sure if he's good enough. Mason King, 19 for balance, 15 for crossing. Acceleration's fine. Hyman Slitty, who's that? Is he a fullback, is he? This is a winger. I don't need a winger, I need a fullback. That's very quick though, that guy. Mason Melia, who's Mason Melia? Oh, he's a striker. We don't. Nah. TJ's tapping on my typewriter. I am. Dear the internet, what is a P8? Why is he written P8 potential ability? What does that mean? That's what I've been asking for. I mean, that lad that came yesterday and offered those two lower league players, I'm like, I don't know. Are they them? Why does the American guy still not show up? What's happened there? Does he just not want to? Does he just not want to play for us? Which is fine. Diego Lette, he can play all over the place, so let's maybe go for him. 15 million. Okay. One figure at a time. I mean, I should do that. To be honest, I was going to write a letter. I was going to handwrite a letter. Do it that way. Is that last follow the real one? Oh, I mean, if it is, that would be awesome. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Surely not with the number 14. American guy clears and forgiving your great-great-grandfather for invading his family. I mean, look, I'm from Washington. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't even have a bloody... Your capital city wouldn't even have a name yet. So, this is what he needs to remember. Noah Sangio, Ollie Scarl. I mean, all these are made-up players, aren't they? These people don't sound real. Where have they come from? Harrison Burrows is still going to be far too expensive. I can't afford to get him in. What's the situation with players that have been recommended to us? Mika Haas. Duhash. Just been out and painted the FM logo on a roundabout. Fuming. Tom, honestly, they're everywhere now, mate. They're all over the place. Creators won't say a bad word against the game. Grant, you obviously haven't followed a lot of what I do, because I've said a lot of stuff about this game recently. Check out the recent episode of the FM Show podcast where we spend an hour and a half talking about how, at the time, the game needed a lot of work and we were thinking it wasn't going to be any much better than a 6. So, have a look at that. Have a look at that. Or, just, ask questions. Don't just presume. Don't give me the answer of this is what it is and this is what I think. Try and think about it, you know. Have an opinion, absolutely have an opinion, but also come with some sort of facts to back that opinion up. That's what you need, and don't presume that creators won't say negative things, because if anything, I would say that there's some creators are saying negative things that don't even need to be said, and they're just creating creating further negative vibes just to get some more views. So that's where I am. Out of 10, what do I give this game? A 6 at the minute, Grant. A 6. If it gets to a 7 on Tuesday, I'll be happy. If it gets to an 8, I'll be ecstatic, because it was about a 5 or a 4 last week. So if it gets to an 8, I'll be over the moon. But I think if this gets to a 7 on Tuesday, I'll be happy enough. That'll work. I wasn't expecting it being a 10, and I wasn't expecting it being a 9. I was expecting it being about a 7, if I'm honest. So the fact that it's currently a 6, I'm actually alright with that. Dante Casanova. What a name. What did I score FM24? FM24? About an 8 or a 9. What did you score it? But I'm not one of these ones who's going to be sitting there and being like, oh, you know, I had 42,000 hours on the game. I didn't. I had about 1,500 hours or something, maybe. Because, I also have I have a job. I have kids. I have a wife who I occasionally see, both of those occasionally. I only ever play the game when I'm streaming. So, yeah. But I've got enough experience on the game to know a good football manager when I see one, and I've got good enough experience to know a bad football manager when I see one. I've played it from the start. It was my life, the internet troll. Yeah, this is literally it. FM24 was a 9. Okay, there you go, Grant. Well, this one's not going to be a 9. This is not going to be as good. FM26 is a 6. All right, so we agree on that then. You've got the same answer. I just don't really agree with you working out. Oh, do you know what? I can't be fussed trying to look for more players. I know I am, George. I just need to I'm trying to engage. I'm trying to understand, and maybe I just shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. I should just be like, you know what? It's not that, is it? We score it the same, Grant. There you go. There's my new T-shirt. Right? We score it the same. Right. I'm wondering, actually, do we get this Peyton Miller guy in? Because this other Georgian lad's going to come in January, isn't he? And he's going to be flying off. So do I need another left back at this point? Case closed. You scored at a 6. That says it all. What the fuck are you on about? Case closed. All right, Columbo. Jesus, man. You've just said, Grant, that no creators will say a bad thing about a game, and I've just said the game's a 6. What do you want me to say? See you in a few weeks. I'll come back and say told you so, nightmate. Grant, please do me a favour. Go away, and in a few weeks, don't come back. That'll be lovely. And but wait though, everyone. He's gonna say, I told you so. And also, he used the word mate, spelled M with a number 8. So, just, whoa, that showed me, isn't it? This is our heckler, Jord. Yeah. Grant hasn't worked out I'm a professional comedian, has he? He doesn't work out I've dealt with a lot worse than yeah, I don't like the game either, bye. I'll come back and see if it's better. Then I'll show you. Yeah. Yeah. I will. Yeah, you think it's a 6. I also think it's a 6. Yeah. There we go. Hanger Honorer, I'm scared the FM I loved, which has emerged over the last 5 years, will be a dumbed down mess. If you've played for 5 years, Hanger Honorer, this is not a game that you've loved. Like, what are you on about? 5 years. The pandemic was 5 years ago. If that's when you've jumped in on it, it's not a dumbed down mess. Don't be so silly. You're happy with a 6 and give it a good review. I give it a 6 and give it a bad review. Fine, Grant, do us a favour. Fuck off, mate. Go and fucking review things on Amazon. Give them a 6. Give them a 5. Nobody cares. Nobody's bothered. We can't use M8 anymore. No, can't, Baron. Sorry, had to get rid of it. And also as well, if you say cringe rather than cringy, that's got to go. Sorry. Blue Temper, TJ, long time viewer, first time commenter. I've noted not to say mate. Yeah, good. Thank you for that. I just feel we've got some standards to uphold around here. And can I just double check we're all wearing black tie and evening dresses for the if that's what we're also wearing, just to make sure we're all, in the correct attire. I would hate to think that standards are slipping. Also, yeah, definitely don't shout ick. Yeah. I think my game just crashed. It hasn't though, has it, Grant? But what, Grant? What are you on about, mate? Go and have a little sleep, mate. That's what you need to do. Yeah, have a little sleep. Okay. I'm in my evening dress. I'm glad in the correct attire. Good, Callum. Good. I'm having fun with the game. No game is perfect. BHD. That sounds like logic. Yeah. Have fun with the game. And if you're not having fun, that's fine as well. That's okay. You're allowed. Black tie, white noise. There you go. Everyone else sick of hearing the words dumb down. I am Dan Rocket. And it's usually the words dumb down are from people who are pretty dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah. Seems the Grant is dumbed down. I think Grant has had too much medicine tonight. He's had a great time. He's had a lovely day, and yeah, tomorrow morning he's going to wake up and he's going to be going, oh, I showed him, and yeah, I mean, he really did. He really did show me. Yeah. Do they only come out on YouTube? No, Daddy, or TikTok. There's fucking loads of them on TikTok, and there's loads on Twitch as well. Don't worry. Twilky, I've been looking on Twitch, and Jesus, you need to look at Milspis. He's the future of FM streams. I mean, no, I don't think I will. I'm just gonna ban you as well, just because we're not gonna go and check out anybody else's streams while we're here. It's not it. We don't do a self-promotion thing. Sorry. When's the first match of the season? Already been, Rubes. We are flying. The transfer window's just closed. Sorry, by the way, for everyone else who was sort of having a lovely time. Right. Let's think back to what we've done so far. So we did the what have we done? We have done actual Love Island with ugly people. We have done Sun, Sea and Suspicious Parents. We did Border Force. We then went and dealt with Grant and his problems. We've now got people are concerned about dumbing down, and that was fine. And then now we've got someone who's decided to come in and tell me that another streamer is who we should really be watching. And I'm really sorry, but again, we're talking about standards. It is uncouth to come in and advise that there are other things that you should be doing with your time other than hanging out here. Yeah. So there we go. Why does that say £103 million? It shouldn't do, should it? We've agreed to join on loan. Future fee. Oh, an optional future fee. Well, do you know what? We won't be paying £103, right? How much of a prick do you have to be to self-promote another streamer's chat? Oh, like, yeah, as Callum says, a medium to a large one. We also can't manage Sunderland, too close to the water. Yeah, God, do you remember that? Do you remember when we literally had a map out working where we could manage? I'd forgotten about that. That was like, oh, we can't manage on land, we can't manage up in the air, can't manage near an army base. Part of that, there's the chat winding you up. That's true, yeah. Didn't we attempt to manage in space? Probably. And the block term mate. Good. Done. SI Clear had to cut more features than they announced, but I do think most of the features that weren't announced will be missing, will eventually come back. Yeah, probably. Probably. Unfortunately, the Uranus Union rejected TJ's approach. The Danube Challenge, you have to manage teams in countries that have the river running through it in order from Ukraine to Germany. Yeah, we did that, and then we looked at that, but then unfortunately, there was loads. That's where the TJ's Morally Good Adventure started. Where I was like, oh, it's all gone wrong, hasn't it? Wait till Grant finds out you only think Only Fools and Horses are 6. Honestly, I think Grant watches Only Fools and Horses every single day. Every single day. He did get bored. Bring back the Space League. We need to see a bit more of this, don't we? Do I want this American lad? Spent 7 streams working out what various teams did between 1914 and 1945. Someone had to. Someone had to, George. Some people will happily just, have a morally corrupt save, but not me. Not me. After tonight, I'm feeling sympathetic towards whoever runs SI's social media accounts. Can you imagine the stress? Honestly, they must drink heavily. Yeah. I don't know, I may have to ask another streamer what he rates the game before I decide. You should. You definitely should. Before you do that, though, tell them that you think it's definitely a console game first. Wife admin, can you read your text message, please? I can read. Wrapping presents is fucking stupid. This is taking me hours. He's going to tear through this in seconds. Agreed. What's a treasure train? What? What do you mean, what's a treasure train? On Twitch? I don't know. Money me? Money me? Money now? Money me? Money now? Is Grant on YouTube? Is Grant on YouTube, or is he just subconscious? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that could be it. Still rapping. Presents, presumably. Don't feel you have to come off at midnight. I'll be a while. That's what she said. Literally, she did say that. Is Grant in the room with us right now? I think so. Like, in a way, aren't we all Grant? Maybe. Imagine if Grant was made up for content. I mean, you lot are giving me a lot of props for being that good of a comedian to make him up. So, all right, let's have Peyton Miller and see who it is. Have you ever seen RDF and Grant in the same room? Do you know what? That's a thought. Je suis Grant. How seriously has my transfer budget been done? Literally, it's a drop in the ocean. We can see Grant on Twitch. Maybe he's a plant. Grant the plant. Grant the plant. Tony's arguing with his new AI bot. Yeah. What do you give the game a score out of? I mean, he seemed angry. Yeah. He seemed very, very angry. Where's my, there's Trey Hume. Let's move him back up on the bench. Everything seems to have settled down a little bit now. Can't spell Grant without Rand. That's true. Can't spell Grant without Only Fools and Horses. A new FM section. I'd rather bump not Denise and have Grant back. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? It's Saturday night. Who knows? Who knows what happens? Halloween's just happened. Is it still Russell Grant? It is. I don't know if it's still Russell Grant, but he was predicting review scores. Maybe it was. Did Grant kill Coolio? Is Denise Van Houten Russell Grant? Is that what we're trying to say? I should say, if you haven't dropped a follow by now, I mean, when are you going to? Because this is the stuff. It doesn't get any different from this. This is literally what we do around here. So I would be thinking right now, do you know what? I like the cut of TJ's jib. Let's drop that man a follow. And if you're on Amazon Prime, you feel free to use your Prime sub, because that don't cost you nothing. And then I get a little kickback, and it helps support the channel. You can use it to any other creator as well, by the way, if you don't agree with my score of FM26 and you want to give it to someone else who will score the game above a 6. Feel free to do that. Make Bezos spell his pesos. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't. Like, you've already paid for it. So it's free. It doesn't cost you, unlike the other subs. What's Daddy-O saying? Do you think they ever wrote it on Reddit for who goes on what stream to moan? Oh, do you know what? I avoid Reddit because it's not for me. Reddit's not for me. Like, in fact, a friend of mine asked me yesterday. He goes, "Oh, do you go on Reddit?" And I was like, "No." Like, how? You know, I'm not young, right? And I was just nah. I'm not there. I can't get on board with it. Like, Twitter's bad enough. I don't need more things. Yeah, I don't need more. You know, let's have a look at this lad. No wage budget. Interesting. Is scouting a lot harder this year? Am I missing something? Where can I see the players I'm currently scouting? I think it's in the recruitment section. Notice I say I think. Only played the game for around 10 hours. Might just be missing a lot. I think we all are. I think that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that people think is there, and it's like, where is it? Where do you find it? It's maybe not instantly obvious when you first start. Under the fourth panel behind the mirror and look at the looking glass. You gotta like tug at a light. You gotta like pull the book out, and then the wall spins round. It's a bit like that. An idea is where I can see if I have a transfer ban, just join a club and can't sign anyone. Which club are you? There's a thing called Google. Would probably be able to tell you in real life. Everyone else had the game that frees at half time. I think quite a few people have had that brick. I imagine it'll be fixed by Tuesday. I imagine. Try and buy a player, that should tell you. That's a fair point, actually. Yeah, yeah. There's that easy way of checking, isn't there? They allow people to use the spacebar yet? Oh, you can use spacebar, but it moves the game on. So you can use spacebar, but not in the way that you want it to be used. Right, Jaden Dan's is coming in as well. Should we get Jaden Dan's in? He may be fairly prone to injury. He was fairly prone to injury. He never played. Let's get him in and see if he never plays again. We did sign him injured, yeah. He's injured in real life. He is injured in real life, yeah. But this is we're a year in now. He's sorted his injury out. He might even make his debut possibly. Championship rebuild, yeah. Damn right, Adam. Can you confirm or deny rumours that you technically signed Jaden Dan's after the deadline had passed? Oh, that's quite nice. I'm just going to put we signed him close to the deadline. That's quite good. Jaden Dan's is a legendary player, as along with Emmanuel Aboué. They need there you go. Get him done. Peyton Miller's under 21, so he doesn't need to be registered. Ayushi, we don't really need Ayushi, do we? Sealed Huggins. How old's Huggins? 25. Put Huggins in. I suppose technically he can play full-back then. Alongside Declan John and Tommy Smith, never made an appearance. Didn't need to. I mean, Zhui was there for for one game. Right, let's be positive about the young players coming in. TJ should go for Beta titles. I think so. What, for the streams? FM26 cost me my marriage. I think we should do that. Football bet FM26 ruined my life. Who would say that? Thankfully, I've not gone clickbaity like that anymore. One game, one goal. Grant would say that. But then Grant would probably ask literally how much of my life has been ruined by the game, and he'd try and quantify it. He'd be like, well, actually, turns out that only 6% of your life has been ruined. So it's not been ruined. Your life has been mildly inconvenienced by Football Manager, which, to be fair, is more accurate, but a less snappy title. I think we'd all agree. Yeah. But then again, there is part of me would go. I probably would actually go and watch a show that said Football Manager mildly inconvenienced my life. JR wants first team football. I mean, yeah, like I said he could have it, but he's the one that didn't want it, not me. Right, what's wrong with Enzo Lefebvre? Whole show's just you working out how many hours you wasted on FM. Well, that was part of the show, wasn't it? Weirdly. You click on the unread to go through emails, like go to the space bar. Yeah, we know. We know, Daddy-O. Yeah, Mark all as red is absolutely your friend in FM26. So yeah, so the show is me working out how many hours I've played Football Manager, then working out how many hours I think I've been productive in my life, then trying to work out some sort of equation to look at how many hours have been impacted directly by Football Manager in a positive and negative sense. And then at that point, I'm too far in and I'm really confused. And the shoulder sort of peters out at that point. And I'm like, it's just a mild inconvenience, really, isn't it? There's the show. Sounds good, actually, doesn't it? Where are we in the league? Good question. We are currently... Oh, we're fifth. We're only 3 points off the top. We've got this in the bag. We've got it in the bag. Yeah, this is going to be easy. Let's get Abdiar in. Last 5 minutes is Grant coming out and calling me a cunt and storms out. Yeah, again, I've seen worse shows. I've been involved in worse shows. I've done worse shows. Tell you what would be a dreadful show: Real Housewives of Content Creators. Oh God, I think that there's only a couple that are even a real, aren't they? That would be awful, to be honest. It'd be dreadful to watch. Nobody would want to watch that. I don't think anybody would want to watch anything with content creators or anyone that associates with them, surely. The real hard drives of content creators. There's a show. EFL looks nice. It does, doesn't it? Be a very short show. Don't if you give a shit about their streams, me neither. End credits. I'm not even real. Diarra, Francolino, Isidore goes past the defender. Oh, Diarra's got a score. Question: TJ, players hitting the post more often. I'm worried I've gotten the curse. My striker and shadow striker are hitting the post or crossbar 90% of the time. We are probably hitting the bar a fair amount. Yeah, I don't think it's a massively high amount personally, but I am aware of definitely hitting the woodwork. I was more concerned about like my left backs just going AWOL. Oh, Helland at the near post. There we go. Sorry, I forgot this. We're playing a bit of Football Manager, by the way, in case anyone's remotely interested. Should have mentioned that earlier, shouldn't I? We've got that. We're Sunderland. And we're trying to stay up. We're going to try and get promoted again. There was a slight relegation issue. Moves us up to third. Great save by Roofs. Roofs! Bruce, my opinion about FM26. Is it better? I've heard it has many bugs. Is it better than what, Bruce? It's better than it was when it came out last week. At the minute, I think it's a 6 out of 10. Just checking, you were definitely not called Grant. Hopefully next Tuesday it'll be better. Hopefully it'll be up to a 7. And it's not a console game. If I'm winning, it's 7 out of 10. If I'm losing, it's 4. That seems fair, Adam. If there's a reason for losing, then it's not a 4. If the reason is bullshit, like it was on Thursday, then it's a 4. Yeah, there was genuinely no excuse for losing on Thursday. Top 3 Grants. Tonight it's been a 2. It's been a 2. Not here, it has. Not here, but no. In your experience, yeah. 10 games, no wins. That was my Wednesday, wasn't it? Jord, that's 100% it. Like, I've said that before as well. When people go, "What's your favourite FM?" and it's like, no, it's like, what's been my best save? You're 100% right. People don't remember FMs by their quality; they remember them by their best save. All about the saves, isn't it? Bruce quite likes the match engine. Good. It's definitely made strides. You know, it does look better. It's a bit laggy still because it's in beta, but it looks better now. I mean, that's much better. Bringing the ball out from defence. Riggy, Wilson out wide. Miller. We are getting a little bit different play now as well. Riggy. Oh, thought he'd given the ball away. Helland, Mukiele. And this is nice play, isn't it? Oh, what a goal! What a goal! TJ Ball all over again. I like the fact as well as players occasionally like they'll overstretch for the ball. I think Riggy's done it here in one of his final touches, just here. Stretches for it. Diarra in for Wilson. I mean, he could have squared it back to Francolino for a tap in as well, but that's a cracking goal. Crafty the lad on the follow. Got loads of follows in tonight. Thank you very much for that, everyone. Plenty of time still to hit the follow button. Charlie Boy's done the same. YouTubers, you can do the same as well. Hit that follow button. Drop a little like on the stream. We'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as a rule. But next week, because it's release week, we'll be there on Tuesday as well. And yeah, Saturdays are proving quite popular for us, so we might still keep the Saturday in for a little bit. So we'll see. And obviously the FM show podcast is every Thursday, and the WFM show is Mondays every other week. So loads of content to keep your eyes peeled on. Smedge, apart from this year, I think every FM has been better than the previous year. People probably why people are struggling to deal with the game taking a step back. I mean, it hasn't taken a step back, Smedge. It's a new game. You got to remember, it's a different game, right? It's different. FM24 was very, very good. But remember, people hated FM23. Remember that. People thought FM23 was bad. They eventually got used to it, but when it first came out, with Chaos Ball, everyone hated it. I loved it. I thought it was great, but loads of people thought it was awful. Yeah. It's not a different direction. It's not that dissimilar. It lacks a bit of customization, and I think if you had your own preference for skins on it, I don't think you'd feel it's too different, really, because the skins would link certain things that don't quite link now. Yeah. Oh, Neves goes in, beats the high foot. Penalty ref. Chung, I'm new to FM. I'm halfway through the season with Bayern, 13 points clear. Shall I make a new save? No, if you're new to FM, then you need to stick with it, win the league with Bayern, because you need to learn the game with one of the bigger teams. Then you can start thinking about either managing the team you support or getting a bit more of a different challenge. But if you're new, just keep winning. You should be winning with Bayern Munich. Like, so treat yourself to the trophy lift, and then at the end of that season, if you haven't won the Champions League, try and win the Champions League, or go and try a different save. But yeah, there's plenty of different options in the game to do that. How do you adjust the wage contribution when trying to sign loan players in and out? There's a button next to it. There's a plus and minus, but you can click on the drop down as well. It's in there. Love seeing my in-game changes working in the match engine. Yeah, I've seen 1 or 2 changes actually work. So yeah, it's definitely improving. It's improving day by day. Hopefully Tuesday it'll be another step up again. I wanted to ask, even though small detail, what do you think about the continue button in the spacebar shortcut? We can go through the news with less clicking. Do you think it'll make a return like an FM24? I don't know. Like, I think it's been discussed. Like, what happens? I don't know. Like, I used to like just bashing the spacebar to get through as well. So I'm on everyone's side with that. But I think with this one, because there's that many things you've got to do and tasks and stuff, then I reckon that you just mark all red. I think is the way forward. Bruce, something else I like from FM26 is how you set up the tactic. You have the ball when you don't have the ball. It's interesting. Yeah, in and out of possession is very interesting. I don't fully understand it. I'll need to work on it a little bit more. And I will, obviously, as there's going to be various moments when the tactic stops working, players don't quite fit into it. There'll be stuff like that. So it'll be good to get in and tweak around. Step back in quality. I have faith the long current bugs will be sorted. FM26 in January will be better than 24. Yeah, like, look, I mean, again, yeah, you're right. Ignore the bugs that are here right now, because you have to look past that. Under that, there is a game. There is a game. Emma Zing Army's in. Appreciate the follow. Let's keep that as the same side, shall we? Why not? How are we? Very good, thank you, Emma. How are you? Hope you're good. You know, it's a nice addition. Even in the real world, a team is attacking different shapes from what they are defending. Yeah, that's true. I suppose technically you could argue that it was in FM24, but you couldn't physically do it the way you can do it now. Like, you know, if you had support on, if you had attack on, defend on, you worked out where players were going to be in the various shapes and stages of your game. So people need to understand every game has bugs, and there's the beta stage as well. Every game's got bugs at launch, Bradley. Like, every piece of software has updates. There's not a single bit of software that works 100% of the time out of the box. Sunderland third from bottom in real life, I believe. I think so, yeah. After Wembley, they've sort of gone in their shell a little bit, haven't they? What happened with Sunderland? They did alright, didn't they? I think so, yeah. Adingra out to Isidore. Burrows with a header. Mukiele. Helland. Neves. Isidore goes around. Oof. Absolute sliding doors moment, Rich. Absolute. Just crazy, isn't it, how life could have been so different. That's Sunderland from up north. No clue about them, to be honest. Nah, not at all. Apparently didn't even deserve to be in the Premier League. They shouldn't have even beaten Coventry, if you believe Frank Lampard. Obviously, let's just ignore the fact we did. We don't want facts getting in the way, do we? Adingra. Riggy. Nice little ball. Adingra. Oh, he's tackled. And Keogh. Tom Cannon back inside. Cuts in. Roofs has got it. Sheffield United do wear a combination of stripes and colours. They do actually, yeah. On the subject of the save, do you happen to know if the Wednesday went down in season 1? Good question, Rich. Let's have a look at that actually. We do like a bit of Sheffield Wednesday, don't we? Any way to get Spanish license? Not the license, Chung, no. You can probably get the name fix and the bits and bobs. Someone will have it online somewhere, but don't understand about the spamming bar, spacebar to get through the space. Yeah, so spacebar doesn't get you through your emails anymore. It used to be able to. You could just sort of like click in the messages and then like hit the spacebar and move through, but now it doesn't. That only works to continue. Miller, great ball. Francolino into the roof of the net. What a finish that was. What a goal. What about this? This is a great ball. An even better run, I think, from Francolino. Class ball. And then bang. Keeper gets a hand to it, but all he does is just push it into the roof of the net, doesn't he? The return of TJ ball. I think it's making its just popping its head out of the out from under the sand every now and again, isn't it? It's not fully there yet. Gone from getting sacked to getting a statue. Delighted with how he goes so far. 6-4s are probably our lowest scores. Isidore and Riggy and Ndingra. So maybe some changes in the second half. If you look at the red bit of the screen, it does what the space bar did. It's one extra click. Oh, yeah, but again, remember, Dadio, people are used to doing things a certain way, and therefore when things change, they get really angry. That's the thing. So the game's different, but they wanted to still do the way the old things worked. So hard that people get scared coming to the Stadium of Light. I don't know about that. Isidore, maybe, but I guess it's like everywhere, isn't it? Like there's some sections of fans you don't want to be messing around with, but the one that still trips me up is the most clicking bottom right for career stats on a player, not the top right. Yeah, that's a bit. It's in the wrong place, isn't it? And then you got to click into it again. Man hours in. Welcome and appreciate the follow. The Chinese. Oh, they said they liked the game and they've retracted their comment. Just muscle memory to go to the top for it. That's where it is, isn't it? It's muscle memory. You've got to learn where things are. They'll be in a different place, and that's fine. It's totally fine. You know, we can learn that. But yeah, some people aren't massively keen on relearning stuff. Fair, absolutely fair, but that's what's happening, I'm afraid. Ndingra brings it down. Miller, Neves, Ruben Neves, Isidore, Francolino. He's got to score that, surely. He has to. I like the fact Sunderland share a name with stadium with Benfica. We do. Yeah. We dip out and watch Game 7 of the Baseball World Series. That's fine, man. You go and do it, Rugio. We're going to be not too far behind you, to be honest. Just wrap up this match, I think, and then see how much of this season we can get through this week. Because, yeah, if we're wanting to start a new save on Tuesday, then we're going to have to go some. And I don't think we're going to have time to do a new save on Tuesday itself. Will be the saves we carried over. They can bumble, yeah, they can do, yeah. You can. The game just turns into the full game, so The save continues. It sounds like the Wu-Tang Clan, doesn't it, at that point? The save continues. Saga continues. 2-1. The game itself has big potential, and like you said, it's all about muscle memory. The problem I have with the game is the slow and laggy UI. Hope it becomes as smooth as an FM24. What do I think? I think that there's going to be the lag will definitely be updated and improved. That will be improved. We know that for a fact. The UI, I just think, literally, I think we are that used to, a lot of us are that used to dealing with skins, that we are looking at things going, well, that's in the wrong place. That wouldn't have that there personally. A bit of customization on it, and I think people would be happy. Genuinely, I think that there'd be, people would feel better. Because if I'm on a portal, I want the portal to be my portal. Like, so I want to see my things that I want. I don't need to see 4 things that have fixtures, 5 things that have fixtures on there. I would like to put other stuff here. And if I do that, then all of a sudden I've got a little bit more of what I want. You know, do I want to know, like, are things in the right place for me? Not necessarily. Some things are in the wrong place for how I like stuff. Do I now understand where things are? Sort of. I'm getting there. But yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There is a game in there, and it's decent. It's not a 9. It's not a 10. And as long as you're aware of that and you're happy, then that's fine. But yeah, some people expect it a 10. Can you switch between in possession and out of possession? In what sense? Like during the match? Yeah, when you got the ball, you're in possession. When you're out of possession. But yeah, you set 2 different tactics up. So you set your in possession tactic, your out possession tactic. Then you can see them combined. But then you also then get to see them both, which I guess doesn't really understand. Like, you don't need both and combined. Right. So where are we? We've got Birmingham next, is it, I think? Let's have a look at the fixtures. Bristol City next, then Hull, then Wolves. So, right, league. So form so far, pretty decent. Right? Bar those 2 defeats. Everything else is green. So, things are going okay in the league. Currently second. 7 matches played. How many games is it for Championship? 38? 42, possibly? 42, I think it is, maybe, isn't it? 46. Right, okay. Getting this finished by Tuesday might be a stretch. Might be a stretch, given the fact that we've only got Monday. Well, I'm off all day Tuesday, so we could stream the entire day and still just about get finished. But I think this is getting finished next week, possibly. So, we shall see how we get on, because I don't want to stream too much more tonight and then have littlest one's birthday tomorrow, because that's going to be that'll be rough, to be honest. So, right, let's hold where we are for there then. 7 games in, fine. We could have got some more done tonight. We were slightly distracted by a few things, so apologies for that. We will be back on Monday, so if you haven't already followed, do drop a follow and come and see us on Monday, and then again on Tuesday, where the full game drops, and then yeah, Wednesday and Friday obviously as well. Let's see who is around. We'll go and do some raiding, shall we? See where we are, who have we got in, who do we know, who do we not know. There's a lot of people we don't know. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I do know who Dave Ness is. Is Dave Ness still on? Is he going to stay? He's been on for 4 hours. That could be us. Might look as though he's finishing. Why not? We'll go there anyway, just in case. Right. Let's go and do that. Okay, right. Off we go, everyone. Go and give Dave some love. Everyone, it's been a pleasure. Take care of yourselves. Remember, don't be Grant. Right, give yourselves a 6 out of 10. We'll see you all on Monday. All the best, everyone. Bye now.